Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. What's going on, people? How we doing today? This your boy Kstylz on your Monday rendition of Just Kicking It with Just Kstylz. And look, we got a full house tonight. We got Mr. Mad Mike Sports, the mad scientist, to my left, and to my further left, you know that guy. He's the twisted one. He's Jumpman T, Twisted Torch TV. And right below me is the producer, the first lady. So you better put some respect on her name. This Maggie T. And next to her is, you know who he is, the calm before the storm, Mr. Jude.
He could not be no damn calm.
He ain't calm before the storm today, I tell you that.
Not today.
I'm going to tell y'all something. But I'm going to tell you something. Today it might not be as calm of a show as y'all think, because I know everybody knows what the deal is. And like I said, what's up to the people here? We shout out a few of y'all before we get straight into it. Asia Green, Prove It, Michael Walker, Millie Mills, Jarvis Williams, Mr. Motivator, King 55332, Philip Franklin, William Amy, and Atlanta Nation. We're going to get to some more of y'all here, but I think we ready to kind of hit on this ASAP. Let me go ahead and I'm going to put this up so we can. All right. So as we know, hold on. What you got, Mike? Okay.
I just want to know, can I go first?
Hey, hold on. Let me.
I'll be a nice, I promise.
Hey, let me get the banner out at least first, man.
Please.
Let me get the picture out first. I got you. But as we all know, I know we supposed to be having a happy day because the Atlanta Hawks won last night. It was supposed to be a good day. Trey telling the crowd, shh, shut the F up.
Yep.
But I'm at work today, and I get this tweet telling me to check out Julio Jones and. Hold on, let me go ahead and put the picture up so these folks can see what we talking about. Yes. Your boy Julio Jones and Shannon Sharp done planned a good one on us. As we all
we lost him.
Man,
Kstylz go, but
I'm not gone. See, like I said, I'm saying ever since I cussed that dude out, my stream ain't been shit since. But basically, he asked him, "Do you want to stay in Atlanta or do you want to go to damn Dallas?" And he asked him about Atlanta. He's like, "I'm out of here." So basically, Julio just told the whole world he don't want nothing to do with the Falcons, and he did it on TV. Mike, where you at since you said you wanted to go first? I think he had to gather himself before he go on the epic rant of doom over here.
Well, let's get into the people that ain't quite had a chance to say they say. How about you, Kstylz and Twisted? And then we'll get Mike while he get his stuff together.
You want a K, you want me to go first. It don't matter.
I'm gonna say it like this. That was like that. Look, that the way that it was handled was so messy. Like it opened Pandora's box to really question whether he felt like this the whole time he was here, or was this recent, or was this influenced by somebody? Because I'm looking at it like this. We already knew the Ian Rappaport put out a tweet actually today. I'm gonna put this tweet up right quick so people can see. So basically, he said the Julio Jones had requested a trade the minute Arthur Smith got hired. He wanted out right around that time. So They've been looking for deals for him since really March. But the problem is they ain't found no offer that people are willing to see, willing to take. Like that just looked bad on Julio's part. That looked bad on Shannon Sharp's part. That look Skip Bayless didn't make it no better. But it really makes Arthur Blank look bad, to be honest with you. And it looked bad on not just because it happened, but it's the fact that this is another All-Pro Atlanta Falcons legendary wide receiver that's pretty much going to be gone. And honestly, within a 5-year span. I just wish it could have been handled better, but it kind of made him look weak, to be honest with you. And
I'm gonna say my piece once y'all done.
Like I said, I just didn't like I said, if this was something, I'm gonna say that Uncle Shay ain't shit for this one because you could have handled that a lot better, bro. I understand he needed to make a splash on this shit because he's been getting roasted by Kwame Brown. But like I said, it made the whole situation messy where it didn't need to be, and it's going to hurt Julio too because now you put a situation where Julio wants teams he wants to be traded to certain teams. This could be a certain situation where now they looking at him like, oh, you want to go to Baltimore? Fuck that. We send your ass to Cincinnati. We send your ass to the Jets.
He definitely don't want to go to no Jets. I can tell you that. Nah, it's too cold out there.
But the thing is, you don't go out like that. That's the wrong way to go out, even from a professional standpoint. Especially when we don't really hear him talk that often. And then
it definitely was out of his character. I can tell you that.
And that's what got people so mad about it. It's not the fact that he wanted to be traded, but it is the way that it was broadcast on live TV in a way that nobody thought would happen. So I'm just going. It's crazy. Go ahead, T. What you got, man?
It's kind of sad because like when you watch Undisputed and the past couple of weeks when they've been talking about Julio, Shannon Sharp has stated that he likes to see Kyle Pitts, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, all of them together to see how that offense looks. Then before he calls Julio, he states Julio would rather be with Atlanta. Julio wants to stay in Atlanta. So people are forgetting that part in the clip because he already stated that he talked to Julio previously. So we know that for a fact. I'm just wondering, is this a way of Julio saying, y'all want to play games with me? Fuck it, I want a new contract. I want more money. We gave him a lot of guaranteed money 2 years ago. And we know he can expect more these next 2 years. He can want more. I wouldn't be surprised at that. I just want to know what the hell is the GM, the head coach, and Matt Ryan at to where they can't go meet him and discuss winning. That can change the dynamic of the game itself if you go talk to him like teams have did with other extraordinary players they wanted to keep. I'm sure that's what Green Bay is going to do with A-Rod, and that's also what we should do with Julio. But the bad thing is we got to look at Julio bad now because of what we expected of him these past 10 years was a person that didn't throw his team under the bus. That kind of seemed like he threw his team under the bus there, man. I don't like that at all. At the end of the day, a team can say they're accepting calls, but they haven't took any trades. So what made you come out to say those 3 words like, oh, I'm gone? And Shannon asked him 2 questions. That was a 2-question answer. He only gave 1. I'm confused. Did he really hear the question? Or was that a setup to say what you really want?
That was the lather. Go ahead, Mike. What you got, man?
I'm trying to woo y'all before I say this because I went off earlier today, and one thing that I hate most is we got these people. Like I for the life of me, God, I don't like when people pretend to be something that they're not. Like I would much rather you come out as a selfish player and just say, I want to be paid. I want my money. This is what I'm all about. Me. What about me? I would much rather you come out like that and then wait 10 years and then say, you know what? I want out. I just want to win because this is what this is all about. Julio is selfish. No matter how you try to slice it and dice it and try to get him the benefit of the doubt, he's dead ass wrong. Period. Point blank. He's wrong as God knows what. You do not, as a player, go to the media, set up an interview. That was set up. All this crap about, oh, I don't know if he knew. He knew. Why else? Why else would you pick up a phone call with a guy who is a national media? Like this dude is well renowned right now. He is a star when it comes down to the media. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing with that. And this is what really pisses me off. This is really what makes me angry. And I stated this before. I am a Julio Jones fan. First and foremost, I'm a Julio Jones fan. Like I'm a fan of Undertaker. I love these dudes. I love Julio. And for you not to, like, one, you already took your social media accounts away from your fans who love you. But two, you didn't even give us the pleasure of saying, look, on my time, I just feel like my time is up. I don't agree with the direction of the team is going. You could have been more professional with it, but you didn't do that. You said, hell no. The first question, you had an opportunity to clear it up. You did not do that. You said, bro, I'm gone.
I want to win.
What makes that worse? And he said he don't even know where he's going. I just want to win. That tells me he just doesn't believe. You quit on us as a fan. You quit on us as a fan of you. You quit on your brothers. You quit on the team. You quit on Matt Ryan. You quit on Dion. You quit on Grady. You quit on Matt Ryan. Restructured his contract twice just so Julio Jones could get paid. And this man said, you know what? Fuck you, Matt Ryan. Screw you, Matt Ryan. I'm going to take your money and I'm going to go. So, honestly, I apologize, and I said I wasn't gonna go. I said I wasn't gonna rant, but like Julio, really, I don't like fake people. I would much rather you come out and be who you are, who you truly are, than to come out and try to pretend like you're a nice guy. Julio looks like a selfish son of a gun right now, and I hate it. I hate even saying that. I hate it.
All right, so I know y'all wonder where the extra screens came from. We got a couple more folks in here. Like I said, below me, y'all already know the Twitch god here, Mr. J Rock for life. He looks pissed off like everybody else do. And at the bottom here, we got Mr. VF Baller. What's going on, homie? Glad you could join us.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all doing good?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
good.
are.
Have a day, dog.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Once again, I thank y'all for the platform. You guys are awesome with what y'all do. Love the passion. And like I said, it's not too many of us out here making content on the Atlanta Falcons or Atlanta sports in general, so it's good to see y'all doing it and y'all doing it big. I'm feeling like Mad Mike, and I saw this like at least 2-3 years ago. Like, dude, he low-key never really wanted to be here for the at least past 5 years. Yeah. And he pretty much shunned the community as far as the fans and the front office or whatever. And, you know, I don't want nobody here who don't want to be here. I don't care how good you are. You can be Tom Brady for all I care. If you don't want to be here, I don't want you here. So, I mean, I think we'll be fine without him, honestly. And I know, and a lot of people don't want to hear that because he's a once-in-a-lifetime, probably once-in-a-generation talent. And it sucks to hear that. But when you really think about it, there's 31 teams that have won games without him. There's 31 teams that won games. There's a few teams in the 10-year career that he's been here. There's 10. Well, how many years? 10 years? I think it's 10. It's been 10 teams that won the Super Bowl without him. We'll be fine. It's just gonna take some time, but we'll be okay. I don't want to see him go. I never did. I wanted to see him with everybody else and all the pieces that we have on offense to see what we can do. But if all this is coming out the way it's coming out and saying that the way that he feels, I feel like how Mad Mike is. Like, why? I'm not going to ask him, and I'm not. It's cool for the organization to try to talk to him and see if he can change his mind, or if anybody has talked to him and it just fell apart or whatever. That's cool, but if you don't want to be here, look, we just signed another receiver. No, he's not on the level of Julio, but by means of production, if we can get enough solid players to do their job, I guess we'll be all right. So I was upset at first, but I think about it. I'm just waiting for preseason, man.
Right.
This play.
Hold on. I'm about to say I want to get J-Rock's take on this thing right quick. What you got for us, homie?
Man. Yeah, I'm still trying to process it. I mean, I was watching it live just like how some of you guys were. I mean, I watch Undisputed, I watch First Take, and I flip-flop in between. And then when I heard it, I was just like, there's no way. I mean, after, it took me a minute. Okay, they got Julio Jones. He said, nah, I'm out. And I'm like, this could be like, no, I'm out. I really didn't know what to think at that moment because I'm still trying to process everything. And I'm like, he didn't tell him he was on live until the end. I'm like, what kind of funny business is that? So I'm like, I don't know if it was just like, some like he was in his car or whatever he was doing. It was kind of like random call, like bam. I know a lot of people out there, what I've been reading, that they think it's scripted. They probably was like, okay, look, we're about to get Julio Jones on the phone. Me and Skip are going at it. Let's see if he'll want to go to Dallas or something like that. I think it was just almost like a shocking, like, okay, I'm gonna just give you this. Like, no, I'm out. I don't want to go to that. But I think I don't know, man. It's so many ways you can really go with this. Like, I could feel Mad Mike on his part saying that, oh man, like you was never really down from the get go. He was never really down from the get go. And of course, it's all about the money with these players. But like, I don't know. I don't really have much say on that. Like, it's so many ways. Like, people are still talking about it. I feel like this is gonna be like a buzz just as much as how Aaron Rodgers didn't want to be in Green Bay. It's going to be almost like that type of look. So it's a lot of, I don't know. I don't really have much say on it, man. I'm just as shocked as everybody else is.
Can I address this comment here? Oh, hold on. Wrong one. I'm sorry. Unless somebody else picked that one. I was trying to get to the one about Matt Ryan should have spoke up for Julio Jones.
He did.
If anybody been a fan, and he did. He said he's the greatest player. He don't want to lose him. But at the same time, if anybody's been a fan of the Falcons, we don't shit on our players either. We don't talk out, differently against anything. We just say what we have to say. He gave his flowers to Julio Jones in that speech as much as he could. But is he allowed to really go beyond that? He's being professional about it. So I don't feel like he should have spoke up, and he did. He said that he is the greatest that he's ever played with. He don't want to lose him.
I want to say something. I don't think he can say too much. I don't think any player can say too much on the behalf of another man's contract. I mean, that's just because you're probably dealing with different agents and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So you probably really can't say, hey, I want you guys to sign him, this, that, and the third. You really can't do that. So it's probably why he tried to keep it as PC as possible,
It's tampering that you can't do that.
Right.
That they have tampering. So that's something that you can't do.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's probably speaking vocally outside of the media as well. He's the leader. He's the face of Atlanta Falcons. I'm guaranteeing he's in that conversation. Guess what? Because his face showed it. He wasn't ready for that conversation. He wasn't ready for them questions, but they kept asking. They kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. So it's like, let me do it the best way I can. Say this. I love Julio Jones.
Jude, what you got, man?
I'm gonna take it in a different direction. I hear where y'all all coming from, and I agree with everything that's been said on the panel so far. But the way that I want to take it, the direction I want to take it in, earlier when me and Maggie went live, I didn't know that he requested a trade. So now that I know that Julio is the one who requested the trade and that this is not the front office doing, now I got to go in a whole different direction. And the direction I'm taking it in is I feel like personally, Julio Jones shouldn't have put the Falcons in this situation. If you've already talked to the Falcons back in March and demanded a trade, don't come out and say that you want to be traded, because now we're not going to get back the assets we want to get back for you, because now it's almost like a fire sale. The other teams know that we have to get rid of you at this point. Like my man was saying at the bottom, a VF baller, it's like because Julio has come out and stated, I don't want to be here, we're kind of strapped now that we have to trade him. But it's like teams are going to lowball us now. Like you're
right. You have no idea how much value you drop when a player comes out and say he want to get out.
Exactly. At this point, it's like teams are going to lowball us now. We're not going to be able to get the first round picks that we want, because they're like, now that they know that the relationship is frayed and it's pretty much over and it's a split, and how he said, I'm out, the way that he put it, I was better off with it being I was in the media. Like it's rumors that that we're looking at taking calls. That's the professional way to go about it. But I do believe that Julio is selfish at this point, because now with him doing this, the way that he did it on live television to the media, you never want to address it that way. It's best to let that be done behind closed doors. Let Terry and those guys get what they can get for you. But now at this point, it's like you're going to get screwed now, because every team knows he's out of there. So at this point, we're going to get lowballed by everybody. So in that case, if I'm Terry, at this point, I believe they were trying to send him to a team that could possibly win. But now I don't care. I'm going to the highest bidder. I don't like people saying if it's the Jets, if it's the Bengals, if it's the worst team in the league, I don't care at this point.
Kstylz already going, boy.
You already knew what I was gonna do with that shit too, boy. Like you said, that's why I said that this right here opened Pandora's box for everything that could get worse.
Yeah.
Like you said, if Julio wanted out, if it should have been behind closed doors. They would have gave him what he wanted. He could have went to New England. He could have went to Baltimore. He could have went to the Raiders, Chargers, whatever. Like you said, now, bro, the only team I'm taking calls from is the Jets.
I'll send him to the Washington football team for Chase Young.
They ain't gonna give up Chase Young. You can give me Montez Sweat. You give
I'll take anybody on that defensive line from Washington.
Yeah,
exactly.
I could deal with a Montez Sweat in the first round pick. Cause they ain't gonna give up Chase Young.
Shoot, give me Payne. I'll take Payne.
I wish.
They gotta get an extra player with Payne.
Shoot, we dealing with Payne right now. Give me Payne.
and on that note, let me drink to that Payne right quick.
Yeah, I like seriously. I think I would send him to. I'll send him to a low grade AFC team. Like at this point. I mean, what's his name up here in the corner, top right, next to Kstylz name. I'm sorry, brother, I cannot get your name right. He was
J-Rock.
Yeah, J-Rock. All right, I'm gonna remember that. I promise I won't get it wrong again. Yeah, J-Rock. Like I was saying, I knew this was. I knew how he. I didn't know like personally, but I kind of got a feeling of how he felt for at least, I'll say, the year after the Super Bowl. Because you could tell, like, the look on his face, his demeanor. You know, he did not want to do any OTAs. He really didn't want to show up for practice. And sometimes, I'm not saying that he was not hurt, because I'm pretty sure that he was, because he played hurt. But there was some times where I felt like in the games, he did not want to be out there because he takes himself out of the game. I'm almost certain it wasn't the, Steve Sarkisian or Dirk Cutter or any of the offensive coordinators' idea or their setup to take him out of in the middle of drives. But he has that clout, or he has that cachet that he could do that. So I felt like he was there, but maybe at 70% injury wise, but it was probably at 40% totally. So I saw this coming for a mile. So I was like, now when I hear about him wanting to trade, like you said, that was out there like 3 months ago. I'm like, all right, you don't want to be here. We just get rid of him. I'm not going to cry over somebody who don't want to be in my house. Just I'll kick you out.
Oh yeah.
That's just how I feel.
Let me say this. let me say this also, and like I said before, when it all come down to it, this is what we always state, and we have this saying here: is we don't damn know. We don't know what's going to happen from day to day. This is why we always say we do our homework. We do our homework as best we could, but at the end of the day, only Julio, only Arthur, Rich McKay, they know exactly what's going on. I honestly feel as though that, and I'm going to be honest right here, and a lot of people may not like this, but I just at this point, man, I just got to give a big fuck you to Julio. Just got to give a big fuck you. I think this is just not the way that you go about conducting business. You don't you put this team in a bad position. That's first and foremost. You always praise that, I love my teammates and I'm going to do whatever. I go out here and play hard for my team. I don't worry about outside interference and all this stuff. But you made this situation public. That's not how you conduct business. Real men don't conduct business like that. What goes in-house, it stays in-house. If you did not, I honestly believe this is what happens. And a lot of and you guys go back and watch our 2 shows with Terrence Mathis. He said this. These players have massive egos, and they have a hard time realizing that their career is coming to an end, and they just don't know how to deal with that. Julio he understands that he can't do a lot of things. And I'm going to say this too. Julio took himself out of last year.
Right.
I'm going to repeat. Last year, at the end of the year, his hamstring, I had hamstring. I know it don't take a whole half a year for your goddamn hamstring to damn heal up. I don't give a damn how old you are. Look, I don't give a damn how old you are. It doesn't take 6 months for a hamstring. He could have played. He knew then that he was going to be requested a trade. And he turned on Matt Ryan. That right there pisses me off the most. He turned on Matt Ryan. All of this talk about he's a team player. I'm just here for my team. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, man. I'm just gonna do whatever it takes to make sure my team wins, man. Bro, you put him in a position right now. And like you said, they got to get rid of you. That's not looking out for your boys. That's not looking out for your team. You put them in a position where they have to take the best of the worst. Man,
well,
we got a super chat.
People signed in for the Falcons because of Julio as well. Like we got to think about that now. We all know a lot of teams or a lot of players thought Julio Jones was going to be in the fold when they came to visit the Atlanta Falcons. I'm sure Terry sold that pitch to a lot of the players. So that's fucked up that Julio made a trade from months ago and hasn't said anything to nobody until a week before the deadline comes. That's messed up. And like Mike said, like I was just finna buy his jersey on Saturday. I don't know what stopped me. It's so fucking crazy. I was in the store. I saw the new Julio jersey. I said, that jersey is hard. I'm finna get that jersey. I looked at my girl. She was like, nah, you don't need to get it. And this comes out 2 days later? That's unacceptable.
Divine intervention, bro. Divine. But let's get to this $4.99 super chat by Mr. Mark Garby here, man.
$4.99, Mark Garby. How you doing, sir? How you doing?
He said, Matt Ryan, Deion Jones, Jake Matthews, Dante Fowler, and Tyler Davidson restructured contracts. Julio refused. I love Julio, but he's selfish.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, that's...
He been doing that. He's been, he been holding out like y'all said. Every time, it's time for him to, he want something different. He do this. So he pulling these stunts too. You know what I'm saying? And it does look bad on the franchise. And everybody's saying, oh, the franchise let him down.
How?
It just, to me, it felt like the coaching staff that we have today wanted Julio Jones here. Of course, they wasn't shopping. It was Julio Jones who requested that trade. So of course they have to answer calls because Julio is telling us, "I don't want to be here anymore." Mm-hmm.
Thomas Dimitrov put us in a bad spot, and everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that, and we already knew coming in, whoever the next GM, they had to do a lot of things, and Cap was number one because of what Thomas Dimitrov did to us for the past years. So our GM and our head coach got put in a real tough spot because of the flaws and all the craziness that Thomas Dimitrov, overpaying this player that's not even here today, or that didn't even last 2 years with us. So it was a lot of money wasted. So I blame Thomas Dimitrov for this situation. That's all I gotta really say about that. But it's real tough on Terry and the whole Falcons organization. So blame TD for that.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm about to say, let's get this 199 super chat. Let's get the 199 super chat out the way. My Toxic Falcon got with the 199 super chat. Like I said, we appreciate it. He said, "I know we mad at Julio, but we gonna show miss him."
Of course.
Oh, absolutely. It hurts.
That type of production.
And at the same time, it doesn't mean that he's gone. This is not an official announcement either.
Right.
But of course, how do you feel when someone's saying, "Well, I don't really want to be here"? Right. I don't think we're finna kiss his ass because we can't even afford it right about now to kiss his ass at this point.
Right.
I mean, you're gonna miss that production. Like I said, this is probably like a once in a lifetime talent, probably once in a generational talent. You just can't pick up and find another Julio or anything like that. I mean, the main thing you can do now is probably salvage what you can and get some production out of other people. But you're not going to get this type of numbers from one person. That's just not going to happen. Of course, we're going to miss him. I mean, who wouldn't? Everybody's trying to get him now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
we also got to think about the fact that man, this shit got me kind of fucked up. But we also got to think about the fact that Arthur Smith and his offense, it kind of goes to tight ends and running backs anyway. So I don't know. Maybe he was worried about how his touches may go down, and we already are building Calvin Ridley. Then they just got Kyle Pitts. That all goes back to that selfishness part. But like I said, if Arthur Smith goes and breaks down into Julio and Matt Ryan, how they can use him in the scheme, I don't see why he thinks he won't have a good career here the last 3 seasons with Arthur Smith.
But we got a $5 super chat.
$5 that I know Mike probably got something to say. I saw his hand.
Oh, I do. My nephew don't showed up and busted the dang though. So. My bad.
But Big Surge 559 for the $5. If Julio really wanted to win, he should have restructured his contract to help out the team. Matt Ryan structured his twice the first time to keep him here.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Okay.
Hey, we got another one. We got another one.
Oh, wow.
Back to back. We got another one.
Condo King with the $4.99 super chat. He said, "We're gonna be all right. Just go ahead and make the trade and see what we can get." And
can I want to
Man Mike, before you go, I know this is going to be add to what you wanted to say about the first super chat, but what do you think about Julio talking about we heard that he want to go play it with the Patriots and Cam Newton? Cam Newton can't throw the ball.
Julio.
I hope he didn't say that.
Dumb. He might have done some dumb shit.
I don't think Julio said
that. Because I heard too many people saying that. I know that ain't true. Because
I think that was somebody's narrative.
Gotta be.
I don't think he's going there.
Yeah, because Cam Newton will overthrow Jesus if you have to. He can't throw no more. So I don't know. Whatever. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
But this like I said, this has no bearings on what you're saying. But when it comes down to numbers, you can always duplicate numbers. Like that's one thing with Julio Jones. His talent himself cannot be replaced. A talent like him, like Julio Jones, what he can do on the field will not be replaced. However, his production, his numbers can be replaced. You replace one special. We've seen this time and time again. Why you think teams like the Patriots over and over and over again, they don't like paying a lot of these superstars. They let Chandler go. You can replace numbers. You can't replace talent. And that's the thing that Julio Jones and any star, you can be replaced. Except for a quarterback. Quarterbacks can't be replaced. We know that. Quarterbacks cannot be replaced. Quarterbacks are a dime a dozen. You feel me? But wide receivers, you can replace. We've seen this time and time again. So I don't agree with the notion that Julio Jones and his numbers won't be able to replace. We got Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley didn't even have a spectacular year. He had 13. He had the quietest 1,300 yards I've ever seen in my damn life. But it was still 1,300 yards and more touchdowns what Julio gets every single year. So we're already replacing his numbers. We're not replacing his overall talent, and that's why I want to kind of clear up.
That is very true. That's true. Yeah,
Physicality. That's what we're mixing.
I want
another one, y'all. We got another one.
Man, y'all bringing them in today.
We got Steve-O with the $4.99 super chat. He said, with the gimpy hamstring and raggedy turf toe, it'll be hard to replace his yards, but not them week 3 touchdowns a year.
Hey, don't.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that. And look, I'm gonna say it like this. I want to kind of address somebody that's in this chat right now. This is Mr. Rashad 365. No, ain't nobody calling out Julio. The only thing we're saying is it could have been done in a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, yes, much better.
That was not the way to go. Like I said, we appreciate everything Julio has done for this franchise and how long he's been here. But the thing is, if you want it out, and we know you want it out, you cannot handle it in that fashion because now you put yourself in a situation now, like you said earlier. I'm not finna send you to a winning team. I'm finna send you to the worst team possible.
You should have shut your damn mouth. Mm-hmm. No,
I mean, even if you're gone, Julio Jones, he definitely kept it close and go ahead and negotiate because the front office seemed like they're all about business right about now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, with Fontenot and Smith there, you could tell already is a totally different. Because could you imagine if Dan Quinn and Dimitrov was here during the situation?
God, he got everything he wanted.
He would definitely got everything he wanted.
Let me ask you a question to Jew because I know Jew. When it all comes down to it, man, we're talking about, and I hate to bring this up because, like I said, I love Julio Jones, and I'm extremely disappointed. Do you think this is what was happening behind closed doors as far as favoritism? Like, do you feel as though that Thomas Dimitrov, Dan Quinn allowed Julio Jones and Matt Ryan and a lot of these players on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball to dictate how they conduct business as a football team?
Yeah, I think that was one of the big issues, especially when it came to I think one thing that we're not taking into account, and this is a good question that you're asking, Mike, is we talked about accountability. Like Arthur Smith is gonna make you practice. We know that when Dan Quinn was here, Julio didn't practice. He did what he wanted to do. But this new regime, they don't know Julio. It's no favoritism. So they're going to make everybody earn their spot. Everybody in training camp is going to have to practice. Everybody. It ain't no, well, I'm not doing 2-a-days. I'm not doing padded practices. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And that's one of the things that Julio probably looked at as, man, I'm not going to be able to do this with Arthur Smith. Because what did they say when they came in? We're going to hold JD. We're going to hold all of our leaders accountable. Julio had a C on his chest last year. So he was going to be one of those guys that they're talking about that they're going to be looking to him to lead these younger guys to practice, to be there, the first one there, the last one to leave. And that's the stuff I think Julio wasn't willing to do. I think that's one of the reasons. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, when was Arthur Smith, when was he hired? In February, right?
I think it was February.
That was 3 months ago, right?
Yeah.
When did Julio ask for a trade?
In March.
3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Yeah, after he
Exactly.
I think after he heard what they had to say, he was
Yeah,
like,
he was like,
"Oh,
yeah,
man."
all right.
Yeah, no, this man
It's like-
made me work.
It's
You're
a
right.
new sheriff in town. It's a new sheriff in town, and Julio won't trying to hear it, dog. I'm telling you.
Right.
He was like,
No, here.
he should doing what he wanted to do.
Somebody
And when
said
he-
January.
Yeah, I think it was like January when he was hired. I think that's about right. But still, they probably had a chance to talk to him, and by March he was like, "All right, let me see if I can get up out of here." You know, so
What'd you say? He was
K
on the
Style, what
sideline
you got,
doing
bro?
stretches.
What you got?
But what say he was on the sideline doing stretches like this? Yeah, man, I'm not gonna
And
catch no
Cartier,
passes
is
today.
that really what Julio? I'm gonna say this: was that what Julio said, or was that a narrative of an article? I don't think Julio is going out like that. Me personally, I didn't feel like he was prepared for this conversation. To be real, but
I ain't gonna say I don't think it was a narrative, but if you put two and two together, it kind of makes sense.
It makes sense. It does.
I don't think
he's so
Julio bashed
private,
Matt
though.
Ryan about like that though.
He's private though, so
If
it's like
anybody-
it's kind of hard to believe that Julio Jones come out. What's up? What's
Say
up?
hey to everybody. Say hello.
Hey, Bob.
Hello.
Hey.
It's my little man.
Yeah.
You know, so it
Would
said
you leave
Julio
him now?
don't show up in the clutch.
Hold on. Let me put this.
Go
Let me
ahead.
put this disclaimer out because there's quite a few people in here that are not really listening to what we're saying. Nobody has turned on Julio. We said the issue that it came out was the wrong thing and it made him look bad. Now, I don't want to have to explain this again. But that's what we're saying. The issue is we're not mad about him wanting to get traded. We're upset that how it happened.
Get your money, Julio. Do what you need to
Get
do.
your money
It was how it
anywhere
happened.
you can.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, Atlanta Falcon Nation, these Falcon fans respect what he has done for this franchise. And I'm going to say it again. Nobody's turned on Julio. The only thing we are saying, let me repeat this again. The only thing we are saying is the business side of it was the wrong way to go.
Yep.
You can't have Shannon laughing like that either. That shit kind of blew me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like you laughing like telling you this.
But
That's-
think about it. And somebody put it in the chat earlier. Him and Shannon had this discussion plenty of times about this. So this ain't that wasn't just a oh, he just put me on the spot. No, they've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just don't call him out of the blue and just get that conversation willy nilly like that. That's been something they've been talking about for a while.
But he also said that
And then
Julio said he wanted to stay
I'm gonna
too,
say
though.
this: the reason why I say it wasn't.
I heard that too.
But I'm gonna say the reason why I feel like this wasn't staged is because why would Julio Jones bash? I mean, I know I don't like the Cowboys, but he really did bash them.
He did.
It felt like a brother to brother conversation. It was like, man, I want to play with them either. They suck, you know, that type of deal. That don't seem like a professional interview for him to bash the Cowboys like that. It made me laugh,
'cause he
but it's
said
like, no,
Dallas
this sounds a
and
little
then
bit
Atlanta.
more.
He didn't say Atlanta then Dallas. He said Cowboys first, just to get that topic out the way.
It just seemed to me he was caught off guard with that phone call, even though, of course, he knows Skip Bayless and them are on live.
Yeah.
Or maybe he wasn't thinking that. I don't know. But I just felt the way he bashed the Cowboys, it was more like a, hey, brother, this conversation is supposed to be private. But, ooh. And then you hear when the lady said, make sure you let him know this is recorded live. Oh, yeah. Hey, by the way, we live. It was like, ooh.
Yeah, that was like late. That was
That's just
towards
my
the end.
opinion.
Like, and they went to commercial break after that.
But listen, guys, he posted it on his social media, so he doesn't care. He doesn't think nothing's wrong with it. If we're being honest, it's on his social media right now. So I'm sure Julio. He already talked to Julio again. I'm sure Julio's seen the post.
Oh, yeah.
This is why I feel the way I feel about. Okay.
I feel both. I feel both. I feel everybody. Like I said, I'm not even upset that the fact. Like, I want to reiterate that to the people, the fans, like everybody. Like, we're not turning on Julio. I don't want to see comments where we're talking about, oh, y'all turning on Julio. That's not the issue. what we're saying, and we're going to continue to reiterate this, is that he could have done it a lot better. The way that he conducted business is not how you conduct business. This is why a lot of teams, like especially the Patriots, like these guys don't give a dang about players. Like they will, like I mean, you see what they did to Tom Brady. Like there's no loyalty to a lot of these players, but at the same time, like they gave him the respect to at least go seek his team. They could have traded Tom Brady all they want to. They could have traded him. They did not want him. Julio never gave them the opportunity to seek. He didn't give them an opportunity to even get the cap situated. He created a worse situation for his team in general. The players, the organization, everybody who loved him in their organization. Now, a lot of these guys are going to lose money. This is what a lot of people are not thinking. A lot of players are not going to have a job. They're not going to have a job because Julio pulled this damn move. I keep talking about 4-year Olakun. How are we going to afford 4-year Olakun now? Because that's $25 million that we're going to have to give away because Julio pulled this stunt. It is selfish. It's not cool. You got to look out for your fellow people. And I understand. I totally understand when people say, guess what? We have to, you got to look out for yourself. Of course. But not at the expense of other people.
Yeah, you're right.
You bring this franchise down.
Yeah, so
Hey,
I mean, like I
say
said,
something.
even when you ask for a trade, this happened in all sports. Like when you ask for a trade and it's done the right way, especially like in basketball, mostly it happens in that situation. They'll send you to a team where you want to go, and they'll try to get some decent compensation. But the way that he handled it now, like he may not go nowhere near where he wants to go, and he'll probably be even more miserable. So I don't see how he wins in this situation.
We got
a question for the whole panel too. For y'all,
Like
go
the
ahead,
cup,
Kstylz. But I got a question.
we got a $4.99 super chat here from Mr. Nathan. Boy, y'all bringing him on today. He said, I don't think it's because he wants to win now, like he said. He said, I think he fears he may get injured, so he'll lose his trade value and worth.
That's a good point.
That's a good
Good
reason.
point. Good point. Good point.
I like the take on that one.
Yeah,
He's
that's
kind of going in
Didn't think about it like
that
that.
makes sense.
the same vein that I was heading in, because I wanted to ask the whole panel a question, but the part that rubbed me the wrong way in the whole situation of what Julio said is I want to win. That rubbed me the wrong way. Because I'm like, so how do you know you can't win with us? You got a new coach here. At least you could have played this one season under Arthur Smith in the new scheme. How you know we can't win now? You got Kyle Pitts on your team.
Talking shit.
You got Calvin Ridley. You got Matt Ryan on your team. All of these slower running backs we just brought in, Mike Davis. What offense you going in the league that can afford you, that don't have a cap problem? What other offense can he go to that's better than our offense?
And not only that, you got Dean Pease at defense could probably be more stout than it was last year.
Exactly. So my point is, I don't see a team that's better than our offense. You send them to New England. New England weapons is not better than our weapons. So when you say I want to win, I hate when I see players jump from team to team. Like, you better off stand put. We've seen players jump from team to team and couldn't win. And how many Hall of Fame wide receivers? Randy Moss doesn't have a ring. Terrell Owens doesn't have a ring. They was bouncing from team to team. Larry Fitz don't have a ring. So I'm saying, he's saying, I want to win now. It's no guarantee when you leave that you're going to be able to win. So that's the only part really of what he said that rubbed me the wrong way. Because I'm like, okay, so we trade you. Who's to say you're going to go to a team? Because all of these teams that they're naming are not better than our offense. They mentioned the Ravens. The Ravens are known for their defense. Lamar Jackson is not a better quarterback than Matt Ryan. He can run, but he can't. Yeah, he can run. He can't.
Who saw that pick six in the playoffs? Who saw the pick six? Who saw the pick six in the playoffs? by Lamar Jackson. Who saw the pick? I mean, it was like a 99-yard return. You throw a pick six and when you in the red zone. Who did that? Pick six at the 1 yard line. But y'all want to talk about Lamar Jackson? All right, go ahead.
I want to get this comment right quick. He said, I'm glad somebody actually said this, because this is what I was going to say as well.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of gonna get at right there too.
If Julio asked for a trade in February, it don't matter if Justin Fields was gonna be here. He wanted out.
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah,
if you would have
I
drafted a Justin Fields, and I'm going to tell Corey Shaw, if you would have drafted a Justin Fields and Julio pulled his stunt, now not only your main receiver is going to be gone, now your secondary receiver is going to be gone, and one of your best defenders is going to be gone. You ain't going to be, you going to throw this rookie quarterback with some hell.
Then we would be really setting ourselves back if we would have drafted Justin Fields, like we always been preaching about the whole time. Like if you get a quarterback, that means you setting us back for a while. That means we're not trying to win right now.
I'm still trying to figure out how Matt Ryan is the problem.
But hey, Drew, I'm gonna say maybe Julio is tired of the coaching switches, because you got to think about it. Like as many offensive coordinators and coaches that we've been through for a while.
Hold on 1 second.
I gotta stop it.
Right.
I gotta stop.
Right.
Hey, dude, go ahead. I know you already know.
Hey. My point is this. I'm not trying to come at J-Rock in no way, because we all in this together. We on the same page. But what I'm trying to say is, if you go to a new team, you have to learn a new offense. So that's no excuse. That's no
true.
excuse to say I don't want a new head coach. Unless you want to play with Dallas, which they run a different offense, because Dan Quinn is not the head coach over there. So I'm like, if that's the case, last time I checked, Dirk Cutter's not coaching nowhere. So what other scheme do you know already? Unless you're going to the 49ers, the problem is Julio doesn't control anything. We got all the control. So we can send him to the worst offense in the league if we want to.
Definitely.
We can go make him play with Zach Wilson if we want to. Real talk.
Hey, I just got a notification.
I sent him
a notification.
Hold on. Let J-Rock
get it. I just got a notification. And
we got a notification. Wait a minute.
I got freaked out for a minute. It said Julio Jones, recruitment party, but they talking about, DeAndre Hopkins and Jalen Ramsey trying to recruit. I got scared for a minute. I was like, wait, is it another news live? I said, shit.
So trying to recruit them where? They on two different teams. What they recruit?
No. But hold on. Both of them have defensive pieces. So let's get. You said the Cardinals and the Rams, right? That's what you said. Okay, so they're not giving up Donald. They're not giving up Ramsey, so you can X them out. The Cardinals, will they give up Chandler Jones?
They gonna have to.
I want Buda Baker, goddammit. Get you throw Buda Baker in there, we good.
Buda Baker? Look, I'm asking for both. I want Buda Baker, and I want some picks.
No. I want D-Hop. You might as well give me D-Hop.
I want to bring up LTN to get in.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get it. Hey, like I said, we won away from the Brady bunch here. This is the homie right here.
And a man named Brady.
Hey, we missing one more. We need one more to complete it.
He'll be back. Let's give it to the guest of the show.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? First of all, I'm annoyed. I'm frustrated. I thought we would have a decent off season. I thought we were just gonna go smooth in the training camp. No issues, no nothing. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Julio want to get traded. Okay, so first of all, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole that we went through the last couple months with this draft situation. I'm not going to be arguing with fans on social media this whole time. My thought process throughout this whole situation is going to be, I don't care until they cut this man loose. This is how I feel. I understand people won't talk about it. This is going to be the subject. But at this point, I don't even care no more. If he want to leave, so be it. But me personally, I look at it like this. I wouldn't trade this dude knowing we have to pay him in dead money for the next 2 years. If you want to play this season, fine. You can sit on the sideline and get your money. And next year, we can send you wherever you want to go. I'm going to deal with your dead cat 1 year. That's how I look at it. Ooh. I'm going to deal with your dead cat 1 year.
That's going to hurt his soul, too. If he try to hold out and you don't trade him and he just sitting.
You better do a Le'Veon Bell, old boy.
Exactly. And you're right. It is going to be Le'Veon all over again. But what you fail to realize is, yes, you are a fantastic player, and I understand you might want out. But my situation, just how I look at it, this is not the NBA. The NFLPA don't have control like the NBAPA do. So whatever they say, until the Falcons say we gonna cut you loose, you stuck. You can't do nothing about it. But just sit there and just be back and out playing.
Hold on 1 second, LT, and that's why we said he should have kept his mouth shut. He should have kept his mouth shut, LT.
Hey.
What you saying? Now he done screwed himself. If he would have just kept his mouth shut and handled business the right way, just been quiet so we could get the assets we deserve, he would be good. But you're right, LT. We really could just hold him hostage if we really wanted to.
Basically, you can't do nothing. You under contract, dog. You can't go nowhere. What can you do? Sit there and just cry, piss him on for the next 360-something days. I want to go. I want out. I want to leave Atlanta. Okay, we know you want to leave Atlanta, but that'll do that. Does that mean we got to let you go? No. You just gonna sit here and be a factor at the house.
We got a super chat as well as a Cash App deposit. So I'm gonna announce that. But let's get to Matt Monk ATL, the $10 super chat. So is his issue with the team administration or operational? This definitely could have been handled better. And we'll get to see if he put a little something in there. Oh, he want to join the club. Somebody want to join the club.
We got another one.
Hey, we
$2.99.
$2.99.
I mean, operational. I mean, from what I've been seeing from you guys, like y'all was saying, like we had Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith early on. This probably around the same time he requested for the trade. So clearly, you don't like how things been going. You don't see the vision that they see. Understandable, but I forgot who said it earlier, but about Arthur Smith pretty much holding everybody accountable. That means Julio, you won't be on limited practice, throughout the season like you've been doing for years. Yeah. Where you just play, you just do a walkthrough. You do a walkthrough on Wednesday, a walkthrough on Thursday. Don't practice on Friday, and you suit up Sunday. That ain't how they doing. Like when it come down to playing, you either practicing or you're not playing. One or two happening. And I understand you feel like you got some years under your belt and you might not, like you want the Tony Gonzalez treatment. But let me explain something to you, Playboy. Tony Gonzalez was already established Hall of Famer by the time he got to Atlanta. You still trying to climb the ranks of getting there. Like I'm not saying that you might not get in, but you still got a little more work to do before you can say, yeah, I'm definitely the Hall of Famer. Matt can actually retire this year and be considered a Hall of Famer. If we be honest.
I got a quick question.
If you want to sit, what's that?
Julio came from Alabama. That was the same type of work. I mean, that's the type of demand that Nick Saban had. You don't practice, you don't play. Where does this come from?
Hey man,
he was
he had to because Nick Saban he'll put a freshman out there if he's working hard on doing practice over senior easily. Look at Tua. Look what happened with Tua.
Yeah,
Tua was a freshman. He went out there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to. Where does this come from?
Mike about to laugh at this comment I'm about to say, but hanging with people that's not even good. He's hanging out with people that's not even good at the professional they're supposed to be good at.
That's what I was saying earlier. I don't know who I was talking to. I was like,
I knew where he was going with it too.
That's all I'm gonna say. When you hanging with people that's not even good at the career they supposed to be good at, then you might have some problems.
Hey, wait, what'd you say? Hey, LT, what'd you say? Julio gonna be on the Culture 3 album? That's what he been at.
I just got it. Don't leave. I just got it.
And Georgia Red Clay, appreciate the super chat.
It's kind of messed up though, guys. He didn't even give Arthur Smith a chance to incorporate his practice scheme. He might even let Julio sit down the line. He didn't even give him a chance to discuss that.
Just show me something. You might get something.
I might add in the fact that, because I do feel like in the years past, the offense pretty much was tailored to Julio. He got seeing a lot of targets. He getting able to get his catches, keeping his numbers up. Well, Arthur Smith, it ain't like that. Like I've been having discussions with people all day. Like it's balanced all the way around. Like one of the guys I've been discussing with, he was always talking about, well, Julio's such a deep threat, and having him on the team is such a help. I'm looking like really and truly deep threat. A person being a deep threat is really like not knocking Julio's skill set. He's phenomenal talent, but you can scheme a deep threat if you know how to run an offense.
Zacchaeus.
Yeah,
and that's the reason. And that's
all right. So I got a question for everybody, and this is people in the chat too. How much of this blame would you put on Arthur Blank?
Oh,
none.
I'll say at least 70%.
Everybody from starting with T, go down. Everybody get their 10.
All right.
Listen, Kay, are you going first? Or you want me to go?
The only thing I was gonna say this is the only thing that Arthur Blank gets the blame for is not putting his foot down and keeping this shit getting to where it went instead of keeping it behind the scenes and let it fester and get the deal done. But instead of like taking command of it and be like,
you froze.
I'm done. I'm tired of getting cut off by everybody. Every time I try to make a serious statement, I always get cut off. I told you, man. I think that dude put a bug on my computer.
They trying to get you.
That dude put a bug on my computer. I'm just letting y'all know that now. That's some bullshit. But I'm gonna just say it too. They could have did a better job of trying to keep this behind the scenes instead of letting the media get a hold of it and running it to the ground.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the aspects of Julio really wanting out because, like I said, instead of keeping it behind doors, his name is in the news every damn day. That's somebody that your PR department is supposed to nip in the bud. So I just say that.
Hey, we got a bunch of super chats.
Jesus Christ!
Let's get to the super chats. Then, of course,
go hit them super chats, y'all. Yeah, go hit them super chats.
Oh man. Okay, Dre Jungle said
it would be a dream to see all our weapons at once. Why we always getting screwed, bruh? Laugh aloud is always something. Yeah. It would be nice. And it could be still. It's like it ain't over with yet.
The Arthur Blank blame. I said but he probably do deserve some. But I will also add that Blank has always put his trust in like his players. Like we literally seen our $1 billion owner pushing a certain someone on the sideline in the wheelchair when he broke his leg. So Arthur shows his love and passion with his guys. And if you do, and if you out there and you feel like you deserve what you deserve, he gonna give it to you. So I mean, in hindsight, like for saying money wise, he made sure Julio got his bread. He made sure he got his money. So like I said, maybe he shouldn't be so lenient per se, but like I said, I can't really fault him too hard because like I said, he tried to look out for the best interests of his players. He want to make sure all the people that he know that that are giving so much to his organization that he's doing right by them. So for me, in this situation, for Julio to pull the stuff that he pulled is just looking like, wow, like you really biting the hand that that's feeding you right now. But hey, maybe it's me.
Yeah. Hey, so we got Mark Daniel with a super chat. Julio wanted to leave after 2019, but Quinn and Dan, Thomas Dimitrov and Blank told him the championship window was still open. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get to this one too before they expire. They rolling in real quick. Y'all tearing it up. So what is it, Tyvon Watkins? So Julio wants to get Mike likes this one right here. I know he does. Go ahead and read that one, Mike.
Why I got to read?
Hey, you've been saying it all along. Go ahead.
Hey man.
I mean,
I'll read it, damn it. He says, so if Julio gets traded, Calvin, you don't want to get hit. Ridley is our number one receiver. Y'all think he's ready for that type of play?
You don't want to get hit, Ridley.
Hey,
I'm not gonna lie, Mike. That do fit your description. That is up your alley. I don't know why you didn't read it. That was up your alley.
I will say this. I say this. I still don't believe he's the number one guy, but now we have we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice because Julio pulled this. We're not going to get a number one. I don't think we're going to get a number. We're going to have to like.
Please put this up here.
I think this is just going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. I just think this is going to be
God.
But go ahead. Get the next one.
Well, I'm just saying they're not talking bad about Julio. They're saying the whole thing could have been handled better. If you was listening, we explained. We're not bashing Julio at all, but it was just the business of it. It wasn't handled professionally.
Right.
I'm just gonna tell you, the people don't want us to talk about that. They want to hear in their mind, we're bashing Julio because we're not on our knees
and not mad.
By kissing ass and stuff like that. When we're talking about a situation, I'm gonna say this one more time.
Go ahead, tell him.
Please tell him one more time.
This your show. Tell him. Tell him.
You goofy motherfuckers. We are not bashing Julio Jones. We didn't say Julio was trash. We didn't say that he was a bad teammate. We didn't say he was a bad person. The main thing we are saying is the situation could have held better. It shouldn't have been on TV. That is what we're saying.
I'm probably fit to start up. I'll fit to start up a storm real quick, but I would like to say.
Here we go. Let me get my drink in.
I already know, but I know about a good 85% of the fan base done did it already. It is not, and I repeat, it is not Matt Ryan's fault. That man did all he could. Oh yeah. You already know the chapter to go stupid now.
Hey, LG, put in the disclaimer. Yeah. Put in the disclaimer. Like Steve LeBron.
I did give a disclaimer. I did put a disclaimer when I said I might stir up a storm. That was my disclaimer. but it's not Matt's fault. Matt has done everything he could. The man went out there. He campaigned for this man. He went out there and structured his contract for this man. Matt did everything he could to make sure 11 had a big smile on his face. You cannot blame him for this. Please don't tell me he want to go to New England and play with somebody because he got more zing of the football than
man, ain't never used that type of language. Ain't never used that type of language. Who uses zing on the ball?
That sounds terrible, bro.
Hold on, y'all. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Nathan, we apologize. These super chats are coming in. So please, if we miss you, let us know. But Julio hasn't been hungry for a while now. We need players that's hungry for the game that they supposedly love. And then we'll go back to the other one too. I ain't want to miss yours. But get the Falcons the hell out of Atlanta. That's not happening.
Hold on. I want to hit this one right quick. Let me hit this one right quick. Do you realize if the Falcons get the hell out of Atlanta, do you know how much money the city loses? Do you know how much money all the sports media loses? Because you do realize most of the ESPN and Fox Sports 1's audience, 40% of it is down here in Atlanta. So if there's no Falcons,
yeah, that's why Stephen A. always coming down here. Stephen A. is always in there. Always in there.
So money wise, that you can't do that.
Besides him across the street from the bus station, from the Greyhound station. Yeah, he be out here for sporting events.
Yeah,
you stupid.
Hey, all the people that's for the city know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about, boy. But hey, we got another super chat. They going crazy in the chat, bro.
Y'all dumb today, boy.
Oh man, get it.
Georgia Red Clay,
and make sure if you're watching this, you just tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and share this content out too, please. While you're here as well.
Georgia Red Clay said, "I've been a Falcon fan all my life, and it don't matter what."
He froze again.
They doing Kstylz dirty, dog.
Yeah, they doing so dirty.
Bad, dog.
And it don't matter what Julio's saying to me, just win the game.
Bro, I told you.
That's what it's supposed to be about.
I told you ever since Black Migos came on here and got lit the fuck up, my stream ain't been right since.
Let me also go. What he said made sense. A lot of people don't, as of right now, looking at our fan base, a lot of people are not loyal to the logo. You're loyal to your favorite player, but you're not loyal to the logo. Listen, I love Julio all day, and I wish them man nothing but success. But I'm loyal to Atlanta. I'm loyal to the Atlanta Falcons. That's it. Like, if you want to go, so be it. But I'm gonna always be a Falcon, no matter what comes and goes. I'm gonna always be a Falcon. There's a lot of moves I've seen Atlanta make I hate it, but at the end of the day, I had to support it.
Yeah,
that's my team.
Right.
Yeah.
And he made the decision for Atlanta.
Yeah.
He didn't give him the chance to make. He made a decision for Atlanta. Atlanta didn't make the decision for him. He came to them requesting a trade.
Right.
Now, and that also got me wondering with the Arthur Blank situation. When he first sat down for the press conference after the season was over, he basically stated that the new regime is going to be able to decide what to do with Julio, what to do with Matt Ryan. I'm wondering, did that also rub Julio Jones a certain way as well to make him say, forget this, it's about me then. They ain't looking at me as far as the future, so I'm going to just take care of me. And how many conversations did he have with Arthur Blank behind closed doors to state that he been wanting to get traded? We don't know none of that information.
But didn't Blank also say that he would want both to be here, though? He said that he's not going to hinder our new regime, but he did say he want both here.
Yeah, he did, but we don't know if he already knew who he was requesting a trade.
We got a $4.99 super chat. I think you might want to read this one. You might want to read this one. This is up your ass. Hey, is this Mark 504? Because this looks like some Mark 504 shit right here.
It got Mark JR on it.
The mascot bird about the number one wide receiver. Hey, family, how y'all been? Maggie Hug. How you go? But that logo, I can't get with it. I give you a big old hug.
Yeah, that's
you loving this.
Written down all over it.
That's Mark.
That dude started a new page, bro.
That means his other account got banned or something.
Crazy, bro.
What the fuck?
This content is fire, bro. He must really know.
Well, I'm sitting here looking like, wait a minute. His comment sounds familiar. I'm like, wait a minute. This is him. Well, we got a $5 here. Prove it with the $5.
Just showing love. Prove it. You know what? We appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody on here tonight. It's like so many people. We have 406 right now watching us right about now. That's huge for a off-season day. Y'all wanted to hear what we had to say about all of this. So thank you guys for tuning in. We definitely will be giving back in prizes and giveaways through the season. So please stay tuned for it, because this is not just going in the pockets. We're going to give back to our fans. We already rewarded a couple of fans already, but we're going to bring it in full gear for the season. So keep posted, definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Y'all got this. That's why, like I said, man, this is why I like to see what we're doing over here. You know, not only just you guys with my channel, whatever the case may be, we're growing. And like I said, we have to be the voice, because, you know, you got a lot of people out here don't give us a voice down here in the Atlanta area as far as our teams or just sports in general. So it's good to see this growing the way it is. Shout out to y'all, man.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. We got to stick together.
Before I take off, I would like to say this. Like, you know, a lot of people don't know I do some behind the scenes things and whatnot, but I got to give a big shout out to all these people that's showing their faces right here, because y'all get out here and y'all put y'all face on blast and, you know, try to give out good content for these people. Hey, man, I'm appreciative to be, like, kind of part of it. And like I said, y'all do a wonderful, wonderful job of trying to inform this fan base, because we've been needing it for so long, seeing how national media treats us, how our own media treats us. It's time for us to show what we need, you know, what's the real behind the scenes. So like I said, for each and every person that's on this platform right now, man, hey, y'all are doing a damn good job.
Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it, big
man.
dog.
Appreciate it, homie.
Thank you.
But
One last thing before I go though. Matt Ryan still is the best player in our Matt Ryan still the best player in our organization. I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
He had to sneak that one.
That
in.
right.
you gotta get
on out of
that
here.
one in.
Yeah, man. People talk about Matt all they want, man, but they don't remember them Chris Chandler days, and they don't remember those Byron
Joey
Leftwich.
Harrington.
Joey Harrington.
Yes. State that. Got to.
Bro, 2007, 2008, we had 3 of the worst quarterback options you could have ever had in one season.
Oh God.
And remember 2004 when Michael Vick broke his leg, we had 2 of the worst quarterback options you could have had.
Oh man, who we had back then when he broke his leg?
That was Doug Johnson and Kirk Kittner. Y'all want to?
Yeah. Oh God, Doug Johnson. I blocked that out my mind. It was so bad. Oh man, that was terrible.
Can I interrupt y'all? I want to make sure because someone did want to get a spot and he did pay for his spot. So Robert, if you're there, please find me on Instagram, Facebook, Miss Maggie T, and Twitter. Message me. So you can definitely get on the panel. We appreciate your donation and everything, but I don't want to miss you out. So please, if you're in the chat, in the audience, message me at Miss Maggie T, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm everywhere. You can find me. So just let me know.
Wallace Smith put out. He said Jeff George. Yeah, y'all remember that? Y'all don't remember the running gun that we used to run with June Jones? Y'all don't remember that? It's like it was rough, man. Y'all need to be thankful what you got, man. Matt Ryan be top 5 every year, and y'all talking about the man trash. If that's trash, I'll take it every day. Give me 2 buckets of that trash. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Running gun. That was running a water pistol. That's what that was.
Right.
I wanna say one more thing about this. Like this is how I honestly feel about this whole Julio thing, because it's a little different. This one hurts more than the Roddy situation because Julio made it known and he addressed it on TV that, hey, this is what's going on. And Roddy's situation, it was almost like we knew Roddy wanted to be there, but he wasn't being utilized right. And this goes to what we've all been preaching about as far as taking care of our Falcon legends. Like before there was a Julio Jones, there was a Roddy White. And they did Roddy White dirty by just letting him go. And he was at the same age as Julio, where Julio is right now. Same age.
Yeah.
When we got rid of him. So this one really hurts more than the Roddy White situation. Like I still feel down with what happened today with Julio Jones, but I would say it's almost close with the whole Roddy thing of getting released and all that. It's kind of like a low blow a little bit. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Got a $5 super chat by Big Surge 559 here. He said, if Julio is gone, Matt Ryan can win without him. Made the playoffs and won Rookie of the Year before he was there. Made Harry Douglas a 1,000-yard receiver.
People don't realize the offense really wasn't the problem throughout the times. I mean, pretty much throughout this entire regime since, Matt's been here. The offense really hasn't been the problem that we weren't winning. It's either defense or it may be 1 or 2 plays that get us out of position on offense to lose a game. I think this regime with Arthur Smith changes that, but we do the mental mistakes on defense who have really been killing us. So I don't think it's the offense at all, even without Julio. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at the 4-12 season. Look at last year. I mean, look how many times the defense really let us down.
Yeah.
So it's not the offense. You know what I mean? That's why I always try to figure out, why do people keep trying to blame Matt Ryan for the losses? The man putting up $300, $400, I did say it again, yards per game, and you still want to blame him. Like, yo, he's putting up 30-something points. Like, what team is like, all right, just hypothetical, Team X puts up 35 points a game. How many games you think they're going to lose? Just a random team out there. But all of a sudden, since it's the Falcons, it's Matt's fault. Okay, if he putting up 35 and losing, I mean, what you want? I never understood it. I don't understand.
Right. Yeah,
I definitely
I definitely agree with what you said. I definitely agree because
Let's get our
not
guest
trying to make
in.
this all about Roddy White, but like Roddy White was our Julio Jones at the time, so he made an impact on Matt Ryan's career as well. So I can't just throw Matt Ryan under the dump because, like you said, we're the Atlanta Falcons, so it's Matt Ryan's fault.
No, I'm saying you put Team X under those same situations, and people be like, "Oh, they're favorable for Team X." But once you say it's the Atlanta Falcons, now it's the team and it's the quarterback. Yeah, I never understood it.
What you got, Art Tech?
It's going crazy. It's ridiculous.
Hold on. Let the guests get on right quick. Let the guests get on.
What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody?
What's going on?
What's good?
Oh man, I'm gonna just say it like this, pertaining to Julio. It's the nature of the business, and I just wish people would understand that when it comes to Julio, it's the nature of the business. If he wants to go, let him go. Don't sit around and people want to cry about it and all that. Let him go, because sometimes, as they always say, the grass isn't necessarily greener on the other side. So it's just, to me, he didn't give Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot a chance. And then when I hear people blaming Terry Fontenot came into a burning house. This is the fault of Thomas Dimitroff. Like a lot of people don't want to talk about that. And when it comes to what the big homie just said earlier, the problem for this, think about it, the problem for this team has always been coaching and the defense. It's always been that. And plus, it's all about the culture too. We gotta really look at this. It's all about culture. This organization has been a soft culture. When you have a soft coach who pretty much facilitates the soft culture, you're gonna have a soft football team. I ask people this all the time, and hear me out. I say this to people all the time. Everyone want to sit up here and blame Matt Ryan for this, that, and the third. But nobody can sit up here and tell me when is the last time we ever had a defense that wreaked havoc on the football field. They gave us sacks, turnovers, that really changed the momentum for the football team.
Mm-hmm.
Not a Falcon fan can give me an answer. Or better yet, let me put it this way. When's the last time we had somebody that had the same impact as Julio Jones on the defensive side of the ball?
Great question. Great question.
You know what? I got a word for my bad. I was about to say, let me just get this out the way. We have a word for that defense here on Atlanta Falcon Nation. This is quoted by me. Like I said, you know I'm about to go with this, Mike.
Go ahead, bro.
The Atlanta Falcons defense was the Suki Hana, Amber Rose slut walk defense.
Yes.
Which was 5th worst all time.
Yes.
Pass defense.
Or Styles, we put it this way, as Randy said on the radio station, we were the get right team. Because think about it. Every time the Falcons met with another team, and they be like, "Damn, man, we have problems." They come
felt stops.
Oh, some they did wrong in the last game. They get against us. Oh man, we got everything right, man. We get right because the Falcons are the get right team. That's what people don't understand. People know during the times of Mike Smith and Dan Quinn, this team was soft. But we'll blame Matt Ryan for the issues of the entire football team. But you don't blame the coaching, who are both terrible at clock management, making adjustments, the play calling. Oh, let's blame Matt Ryan. Like I hear people say, "Oh, he should have scored more." So you mean to tell me, okay, this offense needs to put up 50 points, but your defense put up 51? You think you're gonna win a championship? You think you're gonna win your division? You let alone have a winning season. Give me an explanation.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The reason why they do Matt Ryan like that is because when ESPN and those sites play highlights and stuff, they show him doing good maybe a couple times. They hurry up and speed right to the fourth quarter, and they'll show him scoring down to put the team up. But then they'll talk about, oh, well, he could have came back and scored again. Man, listen, if I score a touchdown, the defense has to stop him once or twice.
But here's the thing. a lot of Falcons tend to forget that other team gets paid to stop your offense. They get
Every
paid.
time.
They make adjustments. What has been the problem for the Falcons?
We never make adjustments.
Making adjustments.
We make adjustments. We make adjustments at the wrong time. If our blitz working, then we're gonna go back to the cover 3. If the cover 3 working, we gonna blitz. We always do the opposite. Right? We
Like in the Super Bowl.
Our pushes were slow.
Like Jude, like think of the Super Bowl. We were blitzing in the first half. What happened in the second half?
We dropped back in the soft zone the rest of the game.
And what does that say? You go against what made you look good in the first half. But we say it's a quarterback. Oh, the quarterback should have audible. Oh, should have did this, did that. I thought your coaches put your players in position to win. But again, they say it's Matt Ryan's fault.
I still don't understand when the team averaged 30 plus a game and they still find a way to play in the quarter. I just don't understand that. I think throughout those times it was like at least top 5, 6, top 3 in scoring throughout that time. And that's not enough. You don't want to talk. Nobody want to talk about the defense. They just saying it's his fault. I don't understand that.
I don't get it either. That's why when I go back and I say, when it comes to the defense, when it comes to, I'll put it this way, player development, because people like to talk about certain guys that we drafted and whatnot. I also look at the fact when it comes to the defense side of the ball, and when you look at the coaches, the one thing that's really hurt the Falcons is the lack of player development. Because, again, let's say you take away Debo, you take away Greeley. Who else can you say on this defense that we've had for years really made an impact? I mean, think about it. Think about it. You had Big Beasley with the 15 sacks and all that, but that goes back to coaching of not putting your players in position to win. Because we all know Big Beasley was projected to be a 3-4 outside linebacker. You put him at 4-3 defensive end, which didn't make sense. You got a guy that's 6'3". He going against guys that are 6'4", 6'5", 300 plus.
Dropping them in the coverage.
Letting Brian, like guys like Courtney Upshaw, a lot of those guys, like they were productive, role players for us. We just let them walk. Like not signing Dontari Poe, who was an excellent.
That was a terrible move.
That right there, we just let him walk. All he had to do was sit his fat ass in a hole and let Grady.
You're right.
He didn't want to do that. That's it.
Think about the defensive line. If we had competent folks, think about the defensive line you would have had. You would have had. Adrian Claiborne. Jonathan Babineau probably still been here. Brady Jarrett, Dontari Poe, Courtney Upshaw.
Courtney Upshaw. We had so many guys who left. Brooks Reed.
And you had people Warlow. I mean, he wasn't on the line, but he did a little bit of everything. But you had everybody just rotating in and out. You could have them rotating easily.
Yeah, what is it? Rashid Hageman too?
Hageman, yeah.
Hageman.
The only ones you really want to talk about that was. Oh, go ahead, man. What you about to say?
No. That every time we see Rashid Hageman, we just be like, let's do it, Mike. We like, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. You see that defensive line we had back then compared to what we've been dealing with the last 4 or 5 years.
It's small. They some babies. They some low boys compared to that defense.
Oh my God! Take it away. Stop.
Yeah, take that down.
Put that shit back up so they can see this shit for real.
No, put it back up. Put that back up.
Put that back.
Oh my God!
Oh Lord! Last 3 seasons.
Last 3
He
seasons.
had 94 sacks in the last 3 years, bro. Think about that. That's
what can I do with that?
Yeah. But again, hold on, wait. But again, people say we want to win, right? I don't know if you want to win when you have stats like that. I want to know, please. And not only that, when we go back to the contract, remember when we signed Terrell McClain, who did nothing for us, but nobody wants to talk about that. Again, the problem for the last two regimes is the fact that bad contracts, bad player development, bad drafting.
Hey, that's what the offenses be doing to our defenses, boy. They be running through trains like Thomas the Tank Engine up in this thing. Right now.
Remember when everybody kept saying that the 2017 defense was good, but when you really break down the numbers, it was smoke and mirrors, player. Because what was the biggest issue for that defense that year? What was the biggest issue?
Couldn't do a damn thing. Couldn't do anything.
Folks were running the ball down the middle every down. They were running the ball down the middle. You can't be no top 10 unit, as some people would say, and you allow the other team to play ball control on you. You only had you minus 4 or 5 in the turnover margin. You saying you gonna win a championship with that? Oh, stop! Stop! Come on, man. Because you can't say you a top 10 unit, but you allow New England to have the ball on you for 34 minutes. Miami had it on you for 32 minutes. Come on, man. That doesn't make sense. You can't win. You can't expect to have a winning season or win your division or even be in contention to win a Super Bowl when you have stats like that. But people say stats don't matter. But when you bring that up, they deflect. They're quick
to say even with all that, they'll say it's Matt Ryan's fault. It just don't make no sense.
There's numbers after they're losing. There's numbers after they're losing. What? They clearly scored a lot of points in the first quarter and second quarter.
Hey, we're gonna give the last statement.
I want to add this before you even get to the last statement. I wanted to give a shout out to Anthony Johnson for the $10 Cash App for loyal to the logo. So he's giving us respect for being loyal to the logo. We appreciate you, Anthony, as well as Robert. Just message me. I'm gonna try to find you, and you can come on the next show if we can't find you. But your donation is not ignored, definitely. So I'm gonna find you, and you can come on the next episode. We'll probably be back Friday Night Falcons. If nothing else jumps off the rest of this week,
we will probably be back tomorrow.
Probably
be back. Me, Kstylz. So stay tuned.
All right. So we got Mark. God damn it.
Oh wow. Okay, Mark.
He said, Mr. Blank has finally learned to step aside and let the GM and head coach run the franchise and not get emotionally involved with players.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That man step aside.
I will know. In a way, I want to answer that because one thing about it, when it comes to Arthur Blank, and it's like when I hear people say Arthur Blank doesn't care, Arthur Blank doesn't care about the team. No, he cares about this team. He wants it. He wants to win. Why do you think Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot have made the moves they've made? The coaching staff that they put together, guys like especially on the defense side, Dean Pease, that's a win now move. Frank Bush, who's our linebackers coach, is a win now move because Frank Bush, before he got here, this man got 2 Super Bowls to his resume. This guy has developed linebackers like Kiko Alonso, D'Amico Ryans, C.J. Mosley. Oh, the linebacker that we signed a while back, Brandon Coleman, who came from the Jets, Frank Bush helped develop him. So people have to understand, Arthur Blank wants to win. Simple. This man is close to his 80s, man. He ain't trying to wait 2 to 3 years to start winning, as some people would say. Oh, we need to go through a rebuild. No. This man gave up the day-to-day operations to Steve Cannon like about a year, 2 years ago. This man wants a championship, man.
Mm-hmm. What you got?
To trust him, right? I'm thinking that he's stating that we should have faith in him. We should just have faith that Terry's going to make the right decision. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man.
So what choice do we got? Unless you're gonna go be another team player. If you're gonna find another team to be on. If you're a diehard Falcons fan, what choice do you have? What to
just ride it out.
Bottom line.
Hey, do what we do. Drink ourselves to sleep and watch Falcon football. That's what we do.
Yeah, I cry every year. I cry every year. Oh, them damn Falcons, but I'm still loyal. They hurt my feelings every day. They like a bad a lady that you can't get rid of. She just, or him. He do you wrong every day, but guess what? I love him. I really do.
They like a bad bitch that just spends your money and can't do nothing else.
I know you broke. You broke. You can't even pay your bills. But she cute though. She cute.
All right, y'all.
On the sideline, she cute.
We're gonna give the last talk. Kstylz, we're gonna start with you, and we're gonna work our way down to everybody. The last talk.
Man, we were supposed to come in here. We were supposed to give some love to the Hawks. Goddamn, Trae Young did his thing in the last second of the game. He told the New York crowd, "Fuck you." But I want to talk about this Dominique Wilkins situation.
Oh.
Don't give too much because we got to do this Thursday. We got a
show coming up on Thursday. We talking about it, so don't give too much.
Okay. Only thing I'm gonna say is your vice president said there's no racism in this country. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But back to the Hawks. Like I said, congratulations to the Hawks. They first playoff victory against the Knicks since 1971. What Terry looking like? Wait a minute. Whoa.
I didn't know where you go.
Oh, no. I'm going to say that. I might jump on with him.
We'll say that for Thursday.
Yeah. Because I got a whole lot to say about that shit. So you really going to get Kstylz on that one. But like I said,
Ice Trader game. Hey man, Trae Young was on fire that last end, bro. With that give and go was going crazy for him. But appreciate the Hawks, man. Hopefully they win that series. I'm looking forward to that. Watching the playoff games, of course. Make sure y'all subscribe to Twisted Torch TV, Jew Talk Sports, Just Kstylz, Mad Mike, J-Rock on Discord, Miss Maggie, Fila, and my boy down at the bottom. Make sure y'all subscribe to all the channels, bro. We turning up. We got all the good news on Atlanta Falcons, good content. We appreciate everybody that showed up on Monday night, man. Shouts out to y'all. Appreciate this fan base and appreciate everybody on the panel.
Absolutely.
That's all you got for us, Twisted? All right, man. I'm just gonna go a little something like this. Since Julio is out, and at this point, because he said he don't want to be here, I don't want him here. I don't want him in that black and red. We only want players that want to be in that locker room. So at this point, since he's out of here, basically, I'm thinking we're going back to ground and pound. I really think that's what we're going back to. I think we're going to see a lot of double tight end sets. I think we're going to see a lot of Kyle Pitts, a lot of Calvin Ridley, and a lot of nice schemes by Arthur Smith. Because I went and watched some of his schemes. DJ Shockley broke it down. He does a great job of breaking down film. He showed some of the Tennessee Titans stuff that he did with them last year. And I'm telling you, I've seen plays where numerous guys were wide open. So as much as y'all think we're going to miss Julio, I love Julio. You can't replace Julio. But Farmer Friend is no longer here. So you don't have to have the elite of the elite at every single position. We have a coach like Kyle Shanahan that's going to scheme these guys open. So I still expect this Atlanta Falcons offense to put up 30 points a game. Long as Matt Ryan's back there as the point guard, distributing that football all over the field, and with the weapons that we got, hey, look, this still going to be a winning season. I still expect this Falcons team to make it to the playoffs. Hot take. Even without Julio Jones. They're going to prove, look, it's us versus the world now. Now that we know that Julio is out, this locker room is going to band together. I know a lot of y'all like, man, Julio's gone. This locker room and these young guys that they brought in, these guys are going to band together. And now it's really about to be us versus the world, Atlanta versus everybody. Because nobody's giving us a shot now that Julio's out of here. But I'm telling you guys, this team is going to shock a lot of people. And they're going to play with a different attitude. So whatever team Julio gets traded to, I just hope it ain't a team that we got to face this year. Because if it is, I was talking about us facing Dan Quinn and the Cowboys and us facing the 49ers this year. But that game going to get ugly if we have to play Julio this year. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to leave it at that. But we do thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Go to all the channels, Twisted Torch TV, Just Kstylz, Jew Talk Sports, Mad Mike Sports, Miss Maggie T, J-Rock, who is the Twitch guy. Y'all go hit him up. He had our Discord going. My man down low, VF Baller. Hey, man, y'all go support us, man. We giving y'all the stats, the facts, and the truth. That's what we do here at Atlanta Falcons Nation. We don't care about your feelings. We don't care about narratives. We're going to give you the stats, the facts, and the truth. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. And I'm going to get on in and put my little 2 cents to it. Pay attention to what's going on in the front office, because guess what? We signed another wide receiver. We already got some undrafted ones. I think the writing is clearly on the wall. So I absolutely feel Julio Jones is definitely up out of the door, and Arthur Smith and them was put in the corner today because it was made public. Now, because guess what? Tomorrow, Arthur Smith is addressing it. So he's going to pretty much put some end to these rumors and everything else. He has nothing but to talk about this right about now. So this is what you're going to do. You talk about him like, yep, we already kind of, we already knew that Julio Jones wanted to be traded, but we was definitely giving him the opportunity to pick where he wants to go and what's best for our franchise as well for losing a Julio Jones. But you spoke up, so now we got to speak about it. So this is the way the franchise needs to handle this situation. Handle it with class, though. We're not going to bash him or nothing like that, but we're going to say we want to give him the opportunity to go where he wants to go, since he clearly doesn't want to play for us, but we respect the player, who he is. We love Julio Jones. This is not bashing Julio Jones at all. It's like I'm going to probably be very hurt, like I lost my best friend when Julio Jones has to go. But it's business. So we already said who to shout out, so I'm going to be ending on that note. Check us out this Thursday, me and Mike, on the Mike and Maggie show. But, of course, we might be back tomorrow. Just keep a lookout. And appreciate all the shout-outs, the cash apps, the super chats, the views, the shares. We love it. Next.
Yeah, so to piggyback from, what Maggie said, we do appreciate everybody for tuning in. I believe we hit like 400 people, watching, which is incredible. I was telling them, I was like, hey, this feeling like draft night, but I know you guys wanted to hear what we had to say and all that stuff. But I know a lot of people are getting in the chat right now, saying, F Julio Jones. But I guess you guys still don't get the point. But, you guys can rewatch the video or, this live again so you guys can get what the points that we're trying to get at. It just sucks, to hear that type of news. It's unfortunate. But y'all know me. I keep it short and sweet. Make sure you guys follow everybody on this panel. I do run the AFN Discord, so if you guys need that link, join it. I know I'm getting a lot of pings right now. I know a few people just joined the chat. So the conversation is gonna keep going on and on and on. Even when we're not live. So if you guys want to join, another super chat. Man. So yeah, we appreciate all you guys. But
that's a weird one right there.
That's a funny one. That's a funny one. I'm gonna end it out on that one. Changing the game, you done changed the game. There you go. $11 for Julio, great stream. But no, honestly, we do appreciate all you guys. But if you guys want that Discord link, I will drop it in the chat. Join the conversation.
Please.
I'm in there all the time, just inviting people in.
Drop that chat. That's the after show. That's the after chat. Yep, so come on and join the conversation.
Come on and join the conversation. But go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Well, since I showed my ass, I'm gonna be nice this time. Okay. Fuck all that. Y'all thought I was gonna really be nice. Come on, y'all. No. I'm gonna say this. Whether it was Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Quintero Jones, Alien Jones, or zippity zip 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 Jones. I don't give a damn who it is, okay?
Zippity doo dah.
Whoever posts bullshit like this, like you lose all my respect. I ain't got no more respect. And I did a video a couple of days last week where I stated Julio Jones deserved respect, but he lost all that bullshit. He lost all respect for me after pulling this stuff. Like this, what men and what adults do, what adults do, they don't take inside business and make it public business. That's where he lost me. You don't do it. If Matt Ryan, if you did not agree with the vision or the vision of the team or what they're doing, so be it. So freaking be it. You're not the center of attention. Everything does not evolve around Mad Mike. This is Atlanta Falcons nation. We got everybody. Everybody plays a part in making this thing go. So for me to sit here and say, oh, guess what? Mad Mike did this, Mad Mike did that. No, that's not what I'm about. And that's what the Falcons should be about. So for Julio to sit back and say, oh, man, I just want to win, man. Do you not think Grady Jarrett, is sitting out there just putting his body on the line because he want to get paid? Hell no. Grady Jarrett want to win championship. Matt Ryan is trying to, the man gets sacked 120 times, get hit 100 times a year, and you think he's out here just playing for the hell of it? He don't want to win? That man could have easily just said, fuck all y'all. I'm getting my money. I ain't restructuring the damn thing. I'm not doing anything. No, Matt Ryan didn't do that. Grady Jarrett. All right. Again, Grady Jarrett. This man is the sole reason why this defense is even remarkably, like if you just like think about the defense, he's the only reason why we even got any respect. He's the sole reason. Grady Jarrett could have requested a trade. He did not do that. Dion could have requested a trade. He did not do it. He stood there like a fucking soldier and took his ass whooping. And guess what? It's on to the next journey. Julio Jones took the punk ass way out. Period. Point blank. All of that before is what you look. This is one thing I always say. I want people to show their true selves. Excuse me. But I always want them to show their true selves because one day, and this is my quote from my favorite movie, Harry Potter. One day, the truth will out. So all this fake ass shit, all him playing nice guy and all this stuff, Julio Jones felt like this the whole time, and the truth out. The truth out it, and it's simple as that. All right, so man, like I said before, I love Julio Jones, but he can kiss my ass from this point on. If you don't want to be on this team, get the stepping. All right, get the stepping. Like Marty Marr say, get the stepping, bro.
All right. You got to follow up behind that, VP. VF baller.
Man, I can't follow behind that, man. What y'all talking about, man? I can't do that, man. Y'all asking for too much tonight. But no, seriously, man. Once again, man, my final thoughts about everything, man. Listen, we got to keep it moving. We got to win some games, and I think we got the people in place to do so. This whole situation with Julio, it sucks, but I think Arthur Smith and everybody that's under his umbrella will make that happen. Like I said, I still think we're gonna have a winning season. We went 4-12. I think we'll do 9-8. Hopefully we can go further than that, but that's the minimum for me. Year 2 is the year that we get the identity of this team. So it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be somewhat of a long road, but I think it's well worth it when you get a new regime in. You don't strike, you don't strike with the first swing. I mean, you don't hit with the first swing. It just don't happen in most cases in the NFL. So just give it to where this regime could really, get their bearings and everything that they want on all three phases of the football. So I think we'll be fine on that end. Like I said, it does suck. You don't want to lose Julio. You don't. But I mean, just like Miss Maggie T said, I mean, we just signed another receiver, and matter of fact, I made a video about that on my channel. And I know most of y'all don't know the channel. I know a lot of people giving a shout out. I appreciate it. All you have to do, search in the search bar first and frame rates. I'll pop right on up. I'll be the first one. Little white helmet with the FNF on the side. That's what my channel is. I talk about Falcons news and Georgia Southern news as well, because I'm a alumni of Georgia Southern University. So I'll talk about their football team as well. But getting back to the Falcon stuff, look, we're going to be fine. No problem. For the most part, I'll say that. I ain't going to say everything is fine, but I think with this new regime, I think we'll be okay. And they'll continue to push everything in the right direction. So, yeah, losing Julio sucks, but I think we'll be all right. James Chan saying right there, Tajay Sharp is not that bad. He's fast. And I think he's only 26. So you're getting you're getting a younger product, and he has pretty much the same frame as Julio. Obviously, probably not the talent, but I think he'll be able to give us enough production to us to be successful. So I think we'll be fine, and I hope you guys check out my channel, and shout out to everybody who's been giving me the platform, and these guys have been doing great. I really appreciate you guys for letting me on, and y'all just continue what y'all doing. Absolutely. And I'm gonna be here, just be on the on the sideline helping y'all push along, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, I got a question for you though. You said you got a channel, right?
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? I see you join the Discord. Drop it in. Well, when you actually look at everything, we have a.
Go ahead, I got him right here. Go ahead. Just tell me what you need me to do.
We have a promote your shit category in your Discord. Go ahead and post your stuff, because I'm gonna definitely subscribe.
I got you, bro. Appreciate it.
It's a little link. It's a little category. You can put that in there.
Yeah, right, you'll see. It says promote your shit.
I got it right under lifestyle. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Just to get your stuff out there. We all do this.
Like together. I said, man, that's why I love y'all, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the platform, man. Real talk.
No problem. You just Thank you, Jamari. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Like I said, I got 2 videos about everything that happened today. So if y'all want to hear more of my thoughts, it's right there. That should pop right on up.
All right, y'all check that Discord link. Get in here and join the conversation, and go check out his link so you can subscribe to his channel as well. And who we got last? I think we got our Chapman, or is we missing somebody?
Is it Rashad? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, let's get Rashad, and then I think LT is back, and we'll end with LT.
Okay, my final thoughts is what I can say about this upcoming season. What I pretty much have no expectations. All I want to see is this new coaching staff set a culture of accountability. Like, I want to see Arthur Smith put his stamp on his football team. Because for a long time I've always wanted a physical football team. Because when we look at this team, in years past, it's been nothing but finesse. Though I feel like bringing this guy in, those days are over with. Now when it pertains to Julio, and I have to agree with Mike on this. Hey, bro, that was just bad business. That was just poor business etiquette by Julio Jones. Bro, come on, man. If you really felt that way, you could have did that stuff in house. But to go on national TV and have Shannon Sharp talk to you on the phone and say I'm out, like, come on, man, that's just bad business. You don't do that. Grown men don't do that. But what they say, man, when you make grown man decisions, they're going to be grown man consequences. So that means that they have to sit for a while, put him on the inactive list, and if he's mad about it, be mad about it. Bro, this is business. Nothing personal. But other than that, man, I would love to say that I'm glad I was able to come on the show today, talk to everybody. Appreciate everybody, Kstylz, Jew, my sister from another mother, Maggie T, Big Mike. He always coming in with his get off my lawn attitude. But that's my big brother right there, man. But other than that, man, at the end of the day, man, we just want to see our team do well, man. That's all. And furthermore, nobody on the panel is bashing Julio Jones. We're just simply saying that you could have went at it a different way. You just conducted bad business. That's it. That's all. But that being said, man, I love being on here. And, when it comes to this platform, man, we bring facts, not feelings. If some people don't like how we roll, You know, if for what we say and what we do is not your, cup of tea, then hey, you can go on and sip on that. But
To the left, to the left.
That way. No, wait a minute. That's the wrong way. That way.
that way,
Okay.
To the left, to the left.
Hey, that fits right. That fits right with Julio Amigos. Hey, look that way. But Julio, that you over there? Oh, you over there?
you can always sign up for time relief, man. You don't think, man. You don't think.
All right, LT, what you got, bro?
I just want to give a personal message to the fan base. I want y'all to please listen to me clearly when I say this. I want us to do better as a fan base in supporting this team. We need to actually get behind these guys. I understand it's a lot of things we don't like, but in order for a lot of this stuff to start happening to us, we have to support this team. No matter who your quarterback is, who your coach is, who your GM is, defensive lineman, offensive lineman, whoever, support your team. If you say you are a Falcon fan and you are a diehard fan, support. That's all you got to do. Yes, we all know every fan base have bad apples. We understand every Cowboy fan don't think logically. Well, most of that fan base ain't logic at all. We understand Pittsburgh fans have their few issues here and there. But one thing about it, when it comes to when they team play, they show up and show out. In order for you to get that respect, you have to do the same. Period. I've seen this time and time again. When I watched Pittsburgh come to Atlanta back in 2014, I expected when the camera panned in my TV, I expected to see Falcon fans showing support. All I saw was a sea of terrible towels just strolling in there.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you want that type of respect, you got to support your team.
Yep.
Plain and simple. I'm tired of looking. Y'all got a brand new stadium in Atlanta that I don't live in Atlanta, so I'm not fortunate to be up there go to the games like that. But to sit there and watch my TV screen to see half the stadium looking empty. I don't know if y'all going to like refreshments or y'all at the lounges, but if you at a football game, bro, be in the seats, cheer for your team. Don't do it on lounge, do it in the seats and you're at the field. Be a part of this game. Support this team. That's all I ask for y'all. Hopefully we can hopefully this message will come through for some of y'all. I know it ain't gonna do for all. I understand when it's losing seasons, I understand that it might not make you want to go to a game. I get it. But if we're doing okay-ish, support it like we undefeated. If we at the point of the season we 5-5, support like we 10-0. That's all I ask. And that's all I got.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna be on that press conference. We're gonna be in the chat, so y'all make sure y'all in that chat because Miss Maggie T will be in there, and we're gonna get our notes because we're gonna get ready for tomorrow probably. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to that press conference because that's must see TV right there.
Oh yeah, we
gotta hear what Mr. Smith got to say.
Yeah, we're gonna check that out.
Let me
but that's it, people.
Let me say one more thing. Okay, so I hear everybody talking about, well, it's going to be a more balanced team. How the hell we go through a whole show without saying these 4 words? We went through a whole show without saying these 4 words. Run the damn ball.
Run that ball, man. Run that ball. Grab it down, baby.
You know, we didn't even get into what's next either. We didn't even say what could happen next. So we got to bring that to the next episode. We just talked about Julio all day.
We're definitely going to do that.
I had about 2 more topics. We didn't get to them. We'll do it tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow. Y'all tune in again tomorrow.
And like I said, if you follow Just Kstylz, y'all make sure y'all follow Just Kstylz. If y'all follow, y'all go ahead and follow and leave a like on this video on my channel and leave questions in the comment section.
Yes.
Leave suggestions there. If you're on Twitter, I forgot my at Just Kstylz 87, you leave your questions there.
Yeah, leave them for real.
Hey, I forget.
Because we're gonna come on back tomorrow. So We'll address it tomorrow after all the little hoopla that went on, and probably we'll hear from Arthur Smith. We'll have a little bit more concrete things to talk about. So tune in.
It's gonna be crazy tomorrow too. Love y'all, man. Love all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for giving us nothing but this loyalty to the logo, man. This is Atlanta Falcons Nation. But we always end like this. You ain't got to go home,
but you gotta get the hell out of here. That way.
Get your ass out of here.
Get on out of here. Get
your ass on out of here.